Nobody in my family watches Game of Thrones except for me, and my sister was videotaping me apparently while I was watching Game of Thrones because the whole time this was my face. The whole time, because I thought Jon Snow was gonna die, and then I thought he was gonna live, and then I was like, oh no, Ramsay's dying in a super gross way, and then I was like, oh no, what is Daenerys doing? Is she gonna surrender? No, she's not gonna surrender. All people's heads are being chopped off. Super intense episode, super worthy of a crazy expression while you're watching it, so I'm not even ashamed. Also, I'm going to say that this battle of the Bastards episode, this whole battle scene was, I would say, the top battle scene that I've ever seen in my life. Because it was all first person, showing like horses are dying. People are dying. Arrows are coming right at Jon Snow. Jon Snow's dodging them. Then it's like right on his face when he's getting trampled. What battle episode was better than that one? I don't know. So obviously, the biggest event of this episode was the Battle of the Bastards. However, also in this episode, what happened was that Daenerys took back her city, and she took it back through the most epic means ever.
Dracarys.
So Daenerys was like, oh, let me bring all of the leaders of Slaver's Bay forward to me. And they were like, oh, let's negotiate terms of surrender. And she was like, okay, let's negotiate. And they were like, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do.
You will flee Slaver's Bay on foot, like the beggar queen you are.
And she was like, actually, I think you've got it confused because I'm negotiating the terms of your surrender. And they were like, what? And then here comes Drogon. Like flying in from the top. And then he just like blows fire on everything. And they were like, oh my goodness, what's happening? Tyrion was like, you know what? Daenerys said that one of you guys has to die. So you guys have to choose one of you who's gonna die. And then the one guy was like, oh, well, he can die. And he pushed the middle guy forward. And the middle guy was like, oh no, oh no. And so then he got on one knee. And on one knee, he was like, no, like, please don't make me die. I will be a very good person. Don't make me die. The Unsullied guy walked forward and he was just like, Slice to both of the guys who were standing up. Boom, Daenerys wins. And then Tyrion was like, oh, go tell your friends what happened here and tell them that Daenerys is amazing. And I bet he's gonna do that.
Proof. I guess I got my swagger back. Truth.
I was really happy with Tyrion this episode because I love Tyrion in general. And also because in the beginning of the episode, he was like, I promise that I did a good job here. Like, look at how good the city is. Never mind that it's getting bombed by people.
Despite appearances, I think you'll find the city's on the rise.
Just look at how that it's still alive. And she was like, okay, what are we gonna do now? And he was like, well, we're gonna do this. Don't be like your father. Don't be crazy. Listen to me, and we're gonna do this. And he was so smart, and he was so good at his job, and good job, Tyrion, because you're the best. We did a previous episode of Recap the Thrones where I said it was the happiest episode of Game of Thrones ever, where I said that when Sansa and Jon Snow got reunited, they were the happiest episode. Turns out this was the happiest episode. Jon Snow beat Ramsay, and then Sansa killed Ramsay when he got eaten by dogs. Also, Daenerys took back her city. Like, what else could be happier than those things happening?
Poor old granddad, I laughed at all his words. I thought he was a bitter man. He spoke of women's ways. They trap you and they use you before you even know. For love is blind and you're far too kind. Don't ever let it show. I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was stronger.
So there's still one more episode in this season. Don't know what's going to happen other than that Cersei's probably going to trial, hopefully. But I don't know. With Game of Thrones, anything could happen. Otherwise, I don't have any predictions, so I'm out.